Welcome to episode 2 of our area podcast. Today we are going to cover how we find the area of squares and rectangles. The great part about today is that we are bringing in our knowledge of multiplication to help us find area. This episode will focus on the use of an equation to solve for area in squares and rectangles only. Let's get started. Let's begin by reviewing the characteristics of squares and rectangles. In your notebook, take a moment to jot down everything you know about both of these shapes. Think about sides and angles. Pause the podcast to do your work. Let's review. Rectangles are a special quadrilateral. Rectangles have 4 sides. These sides have something special about them. It has 2 sets of sides that are equal in length. Squares are even more special. Squares also have 4 sides, but all of their sides are equal in length. So how does area tie into multiplication? We use organized rows and columns of square units to cover the inside of a shape in order to find area. In multiplication, we do something very similar to illustrate our multiplication facts. We use arrays. So we can use our knowledge of multiplication and arrays to help us find area because we organize the measurement of inside a rectangle or square in the same way we would set up an array for multiplication. To find the area of rectangles or squares, we use a special equation. That equation is length times width. That means we measure one length, a horizontal side, and one width, a vertical side, of the figure. Just like when we use arrays to find a multiplication fact, where we multiply rows by objects in each row, we will multiply these 2 measurements to find area. In this example, the rectangle has a length of 2 units. It has a width of 2 units. We multiply and get an area of 4 square units. Let's try it out. Here are 3 figures. Using the equation area equals length times width, find the area of these squares and rectangles. Show your work and record your answers in your notebook. Pause the podcast to give yourself time to work. Let's review. Figure A was a square. Its length was 5. Its width was 5. We did 5 times 5 and got an area of 25 square centimeters. B was a rectangle with a length of 4 and a width of 3. 4 times 3 gave me 12, which meant that the area was 12 square centimeters. And finally, figure C was also a rectangle. It had a length of 1 and a width of 4, and we had an area of 4 square centimeters. Our episode has come to an end. To close out your work for episode 2, please visit your Kahoot challenge on our website. See you next time.